Hey y'all, Shuffle here. I wanted to talk about tips that you should live by, honestly. Live by these and you'll have fun playing the game. Start out with a banger. Just start experimenting with the playstyles. Just experiment with them. Don't use what's deemed the meta. Don't always spam Virtuoso Jester and Vanguard Man-at-Arms. Don't even put Man-at-Arms in your party for like one time and just see how it lasts. I know a lot of people look for tips and tricks and what's the best, and obviously that's all good and you'll get victories, but it also will breed repetition and honestly make the gameplay more bland because you're just, oh, what's on the menu today? Oh, Virtuoso Jester again. Don't listen always to why this is the best setup, why these are the best trinkets, yada yada, because that leads to believing that that's the only way to play the game. And after you play it that same way for so long, you're gonna obviously get bored. It's gonna be repetitive. Just mess around with the pads, put people in different ranks, that sort of thing. There's definitely flexibility in the game. Guess what? I run Aspirant Occultist. I put him in rank 2, and guess what else? I don't even use Daemon's Pull. Yeah, that's right. And guess what? It works. Oh my god. What? No way, dude. You're not using Warlock, dude. How? Granted, I still use Chaotic Offering, but just mess around with the pads, basically. That's the end of that tip. Alright, number 2. Don't go into the Shroud, ever, unless you just want variation in your run. Pristine Lure? Okay, alright. It's a good ass trinket. You're going to be running any tank. Any tank at all. Put Pristine Lure on it. That's the only reason I go into that place, and also just the character design and the enemy design is really cool. The enemy design is great, actually. Another bonus, maybe, to going into the Shroud ever is seeing, like, the cute little crabs, like the PNGs on the sand. Those are pretty nice. The boss drops kind of suck doo-doo fart. Don't go there. The soundtrack is banger, though. Every boss has their gimmicks that are really easy to overcome with the right skills and the right people. Leviathan just runs Sergeant Man-at-Arms. His high move resist makes it impossible for him to get dragged into the darkest depths of the ocean by the man's little hand. That's pretty much it on that guy. Check. Harvest Child, just run Point Blank Shot or Rampart or both. Or if you want a Leper, use Purge when he's at the front. Maybe stack some speed on the Leper so he goes first, because Leper's slow as shit. Harvest Child just can't use the Maws of Life in the front ever if you can get that down correctly. And he also has really great trophies. I highly recommend fighting that guy. Librarian can go fuck himself, but if you need to know, just spam Iron Swan until he destroys the book in the 3rd rank. And then after that, just honestly, if you have a Vessel, just spam Illumination to destroy the dodge. If you have nothing that can get rid of that dodge, then it's just honestly luck at that point. You either hit him or you don't. Best case scenario, just use dots, use Blight or something, maybe Plague Doctor with Plague Grenade, or something that might cause bleed in a 3rd or 2nd rank, like Jester with his Slice Off. I don't know why you would run Harvest unless it's to create a combo token. That could be very useful, it just depends on who you're running with him. Sleeping General is a pushover. I know a lot of people have a lot of struggles with him at the first time. I did. Any attack that can hit rank 4, people will tell you don't do it twice in one round. I don't care. Another tip is to just save up money for in-items. In-items are incredibly useful. I think anything that can boost affinity between players to increase positive relationship chance is really good. Sometimes you'll notice that your affinity gets doubled sometimes on a rare occasion for positive affinity. So if you use Whiskey Barrel or just a regular bottle of whiskey, it can jump from 3 to 6 if you're lucky enough. And 6 positive affinity is pretty fucking good. There are a lot of named compositions in this game, but sometimes they're just hard to find out. Usually if you just put random shit together, it might stick and you might get a name. Honestly, look at the wiki and look for named compositions. Probably a really weird tip to give. Some of them are very powerful. I've tried some of them myself. Obviously, there's probably the, overused ones such as the best medicine, but if you keep digging deep and you find an eventual composition that you really like and one that's just effective, and you start messing around with the skills and everything too, I think that can make for some really interesting runs and keep things fresh. I would say that tip is for people who have a difficult time trying to make up party compositions and invent new things, and the wiki is a great place for some inspiration on that. Yeah, I don't really make these kinds of videos like talking over footage and using like voice clips and stuff. It's like one of my first times really trying it besides the trailer. I hope you learned something new. I hope you might incorporate some of these ideas into your gameplay, especially trying different things. A lot of people have been complaining lately that people just use the same party comps and always Jester in 3rd rank and shit like that. I personally believe that this game has a lot of flexibility with the people in the parties, and I feel like it's being preached that that's not the case, and I think it's bullshit, so. But yeah, if you disagree, tell me. If you agree, love me forever, and yeah, that's it. Goodbye.